Alright guys, welcome back to Bag of Six Golf. We're here at Muskoka Bay in Gravenhurst, Ontario. Beautiful course. I'm really looking forward to this. But more importantly, I'm really looking forward to playing with this guy. 1,127 games in the NHL, 1,209 points over 18 seasons. Definitely a Hall of Fame career. Mr. Bernie Nicholls. Buddy, it's a pleasure having you here and playing with you. I'm looking forward to playing with you.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it. Great golf course and a great day.
Oh yeah. You ready to hit some balls?
Ready to go.
All right. So that's a quick go. Let's do it, guys. John, baby. That's a 3-putt from there.
Oh, pull the hell out of
Good hands. Pars, baby. Par train. I love the par train. I'll go on the par train all day if I can. But let's see if we can get a pumpernickel out of Bernie up here. Let's get him a birdie. So not only is this guy one of my favorite hockey players, because he's an amazing hockey player, but I'm a huge outdoorsman and hunter, as well as Bernie is. And now he's telling me he just trapped this beaver for Muskoka Bay, and he's just showing me it right now, so which is great. That's amazing.
Yeah, they got a little bit of beaver problems here.
Beaver. All right, we're here with Bernie, obviously, and I want to talk to you about your franchise record for the LA Kings. 70 goals in a season, 150 points. 1 in 8 people in the NHL history have done that. 70 goals. 1 in 5 for 150 points. Just talk about that year. Obviously, Wayner is a huge contribution to that, but
yeah, absolutely.
Talk about your chemistry. I know you guys didn't play on the same line, you're both centers, but power plays and stuff like that.
Yeah, I played with Dave Taylor and Luke Robitaille on the line, but killed penalties with Gretz. I had 8 shorthanded goals. Power play with Wayne was obviously, and I played the point in the power play, but with him you just get open. And I feel I'm more of a playmaker than a goal scorer, but coach that year just kept telling me shoot, so I did. And I think a lot of it is to just who you're playing with. When you're playing with Wayne, he brings the best of everybody, and you just don't want to disappoint him. And it's just one of those years that everything just went right, and it was so much fun, obviously.
Right. Fun year to go to the rink.
Yeah, you couldn't wait to get there. You couldn't wait to play a game. Well, we went from a regular 10,000-12,000 people every night to sold out. We were the place to be.
Right.
Even ahead of Showtime Lakers and the Dodgers. Kings was the place to go. So it was a magical year, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bernie.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Your head up.
All right. I'm on the bogey train. Bernie, you went to the playoffs 13 times. Looking back, is there any one particular playoff you look back and say, that was the one, that was the year?
Jersey, when we played the Rangers. I always said that was probably my favorite series to ever be in. Devils and Rangers, it went 7 games, double overtime in game 7. Oh. It should never got there. We had them 2-0 in game 6 at home, and we had a rookie make a rookie mistake. Instead of dumping the puck in, he was kind of dangling with it a little bit. They turned it over, and Messier, Kovalev, they go down 3-on-1 and score. It you know, if we go into the third period 2-0 with the Devils with Brodeur,
Right.
but you know, they come back and they won it. But that game there was unbelievable. That series, I had one with LA with Gretzky the first year.
Right.
It went 7 games, and we won Game 7 at home. And I had 2 goals, 2 assists that night. So in a game like that, when you got Gretzky and home against the Oilers too, right? That after the big trade, so that series was fun. But the Devils, we should have won. That was probably my best chance to win the cup.
Right. Yep, I'll dig it. Next. Until you get off the bogey train. Just clutch. Clutch! Okay, we got Bernie here. He's going for birdie. And what we're going to do is I'm going to make him putt with his hockey stick. He's such a goal scorer. This should be a breeze for Bernie. And if he makes it, I'd love to see a pumpernickel.
All right.
That's nice. Skate! Oh! That's a gimme.
Yeah.
Great putt.
Nice putt.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We're on, I forget what hole we're on here.
9.
We're on hole 9, almost halfway through. And you were selected for 3 All-Star games. But the crazy thing here is, you finished your the skills competition one night, and you got the call. You were traded. So you were playing for the West in LA, got traded to the East in New York, but you still played the All-Star game for the West.
Right.
How was that experience? How was that?
Well, the tough part was after the skills, I ran into Mike Vernon. He was our goalie after the game, or after the hallway, and he said, "I heard you just got traded." And I said, "What are you talking about?"
Right.
He says, "No, I heard that." And I went. So I went and found Bruce McNall, and Bruce said, "Yeah, we traded in New York." And it was 3 months ago. Bruce, when I just signed my new deal, I asked him about it because I want to buy a house in LA. It was $1 million house. I said, "What do you think?" You know, he's a businessman, not me. He says, "Yeah, for sure." He said, "I'll never trade you." 3 months later, he traded me, and it was tough. I'm playing, you know, for the one team, but you're just devastated. My thought is, it's, you know, it's tough to get traded. First time's tough, but just playing with Gretzky,
Right.
you know, the year before and half of this year, like I tell people, I just couldn't imagine what it'd be like to play with Wayne for 5 or 10 years.
Right. Yeah.
I got him for a year, and as
Just
everybody knows,
bagging, hopefully you're not
Yeah.
getting traded.
yeah,
And the guy trades you.
yeah. So devastated.
So did you go back and just lose it on Bruce, or what?
No, you know, I couldn't say anything. Bruce
Right.
was always good to me.
Yeah. It's part of the business. you
Yeah,
know,
it's
the-
part of the deal, and they've always needed someone for Wayne to play with. They never had that there, so they went out and tried to get a couple guys that could play with them.
Right.
So they had to give up somebody, and unfortunately, it was me.
That sucks, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah. Thanks, Bernie.
yeah. Fuck, that was tough.
Oh, I could imagine. I was like, you fucking prick.
I didn't hit a tree. But you're gonna get
Anything down there?
no.
Pray. See me way down there? Way down there? I'd say that's where Rory McIlroy would put it if he was on that tee box. And so you could say comparable to Rory in that drive, I guess. I don't know. What would you think? Go!
Not too low again.
What a terrible putt. That's more refreshing than a spicy Caesar on a hot sunny day. All right. Starting to melt, but it's good. Thank you. Finally, it was a good ship, guys. Get her close, hopefully make bird. What the? Nice pod.
Oh, you just pushed the button. Hammered her by.
Oh my god. Then we got this fucking guy in my face. What are you doing? Nice. Well, we're completing the round here. We're on 18 Muskoka Bay. Noobs is going to putt with the hockey stick today. I'm going to make some magic because I can't make a 3-foot putt, so let's hope I can make a 18-foot putt with a hockey stick. Let's do this.
Oh, good.
Come on.
Oh, nice. Nice.
It's almost there.
All right, babe, straight up.
It's close.
It's great meeting you.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah,
That was
thanks for
good.
coming out.
You
That
got
was
it.
very
Thanks a
fun.
lot,
Thank
Bruce.
you so much. Thank you. I felt it get on me. Thank you
Yeah.
too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great game, guys.
John.
All right, guys, we're here at Muskoka Bay on the deck. We're having a nice little dinner, but we're going to have a quick fire with Bernie. I'm going to ask you 10 questions real quick. Answer them as quick as you can.
Okay.
All right. Best party you were ever at?
Playboy Mansion.
Player you hated to play against?
Mark Messier.
Was there a goalie you tried harder at to score on?
Nope, every one of them I did.
Favorite vacation spot?
Hawaii.
Current favorite player?
Sidney Crosby.
You're on death row. What's your final meal?
Ooh. It's a good one. Walleye. Pasta. Ribeye steak.
You're hungry, yeah?
Yeah. Probably there'd be some wild meat in there. There'd be moose, venison. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a good one. Yeah.
What do you like better, golf or hunting?
Hunting.
What's the best thing you can cook?
I can cook pretty near anything.
Yeah?
My mom was a great cook, and the whole group learned quite a bit from her.
One thing you can't live without?
Hunting, golf,
My last question. How many times have you been at the Playboy Mansion?
a couple times.
Yeah? How's that?
That was good.
Yeah, you and Hugh? You know Hugh?
No,
Oh, no?
no.
No?
I dated a Playboy bunny in 1980.
Oh, my God. Do you have any stories about when you pissed off a coach? And what was the reaction?
My best story ever. Pat Coe was my coach. He was my favorite coach. About 12:30 in the morning, we got 2 young French kids. This is training camp. They're rooming beside me. 12:30 in the morning, I'm going to sneak over and scare these 2 kids. So I jump over the balcony. I sneak in their room, and there's no one in the first bed, and there's 2 people in the second bed. And I'm thinking, oh my God. So anyways, I crawl over, get the foot of their bed, stand up and scream. Well, 2 elderly ladies sit up in bed, start screaming. Out the window I go like Batman, right? And I get back in my room and I go, oh my God, what just happened? And all of a sudden I hear knocking on the door next door. They called the cops. They knew it was someone on the team, so they called Pat Quinn. 1 o'clock in the morning, they get Pat up there. So the 2 kids got cut that day at training camp. They sent them home and resold the room out to 2 elderly ladies. I didn't know that. Next morning, skating around, it was the best ever. Pat's skating around and we're all skating around. He won't start practice. And he's got a stick turned upside down. He's just beating the ice. And I was always intimidated by Pat, and I loved Pat. He was a big, burly man, but he was tough. So he blew the whistle, and he says, Nicholls, come here. So he knew it was me, but he didn't say anything to the cops anyway. So he said, what the hell happened? Or what the hell did you do? And now I got to tell the story to Pat. And, you know, I'm scared. And all of a sudden he breaks down because he realizes. And then I start laughing on the ice. But I told Mike Murphy was assistant coach. And Mike actually came in before we went out on the ice. He says, look, Pat found out. I don't know how, but he's pissed. So, but it was awesome. And, you know, if there's a story, a Hall of Fame story, you know, that's it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Been retired for a few years now. Looking back on your career, what are 3 things that always pop up you'll never forget that you know, could be a memory, a story, friendships?
Just having the opportunity to play in the NHL. As a kid, since I was 5 years old, I was going to play in the NHL. You know, that's what you're thinking. Not that you're going to do it, but that was all I ever wanted to do, and I got an opportunity to do it. And I played in Chicago, LA, New York, 2 original 6 teams, LA. And I said, for me, I think every Canadian boy has to play in Canada. And for me, it was Edmonton, and it was awesome. We had a great team, went to the semifinals that year. The best part about that was, who do we meet the first round in the playoffs is LA. They got Gretzky, they got Curry. I just got traded from them, and we meet them. And we beat them in 6 games. I set some kind of a playoff record in Edmonton for scoring, and I don't know how the hell you do that when Gretzky played there, but I did. But it was against the Kings. So, but, and I've said this different times, I think what I'm most proud of probably is the joy I gave my family and friends. I got pictures with my aunt and John Candy. You know, some of the young kids, when they were just boys, at a game with Gretzky, and just the life that they got to experience through me was amazing. One of the best stories I ever had is my high school football coach. He brings his 2 boys to Chicago to watch me play. I take them to a Bulls game the night before, and I'm friends with Michael. And I got them in their dressing room. I got a picture with their 2 boys and Michael Jordan, you know. But like you say, the people you get to meet. I played golf with Mike a lot in Chicago. Yeah. And we'd always play for fun, or like we'd play for money. But I remember one time we were playing like a $50 Nassau, and I beat him after 9, and he says, okay, we're doubling it. I said, you sure you can afford it? He says, I think I can. You know, but
That's
just,
unreal.
yeah. Like,
Michael Jordan?
I play with Mike a lot. You know, we have Kevin Costner in our dressing room, Stallone, Goldie Hawn, and Kirk Russell. I actually walked out of the Forum one day with Muhammad Ali in like '83, and the Forum, there's a big long ramp that we got to go out. The visiting teams come in there and drive their bus in there. I'm walking out with friggin' Muhammad Ali. I'm just a kid, and he kind of just gives me a little jab. He says, you probably don't remember me, you know? And I said, no, I don't, but I said, my mom and dad do, for sure, because they went to a fight in Toronto when Ali. So, you know, that's the stories you have. I do a lot of charity celebrity games and play with, like I said, Jordan and Johnny Bench, Hall of Fame athletes. And I always say the best part about it is if you ever have a rain out and you're sitting in the locker room with all these guys telling stories.
Wow.
You know, it's unbelievable. Dan Marino, John Elway, played a lot of golf with them. Did their events, both their events. You know, I had Roger Clements at my event this year. Kirk Busch. We go to NASCAR, sitting in the pit during the race.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. So to me, just the experiences we got to do as a player, it was unbelievable.
Wow. Well, Bernie, I could sit here and talk to you all night.
Oh,
And reminisce about your stories, and I would love it.
I appreciate that.
All right, guys, we just finalized our round here at Gravenhurst, Muskoka Bay with Bernie. I had an amazing time. Bernie obviously smoked me, but we'll count it up. But I know he smoked me. But I didn't care. It was a great round.
It's awesome.
Beautiful Muskoka Bay Golf Course. If you're in Ontario, you haven't played this place, you got to come and check it out. It's absolutely unbelievable. James Clark and all his staff, you're doing a fantastic job. But Bernie, I want to thank you for coming on. I had a great time. It was a pleasure meeting you.
That was awesome, bud.
And
Thank you.
I hope we can play again.
We can do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe turkey hunting one day.
And I'll take you turkey hunting in the spring.
Yes.
Deal?
Deal.
Deal.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thanks guys for watching, and watch the next one.